Hey you guys, it's the Frozen Hook Lover back for another super exciting video. Today I'm going to be showing you my Disney diary books themed to the actual Disney books that used to open for every Disney movie from Snow White to Enchanted, mostly those kind of books that open with Once Upon a Time. So here's the first one. This is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's really, really hard, as you can tell. It has the Seven Dwarfs on the bottom and the logo. And you open it up, you have the intro pages from like Once Upon a Time about Snow White, and then the second page of the Evil Queen. And then sorry, I've been kind of sick lately. But these are the pages. It's not much, it's just Snow White on the side. And then towards the end, you've got "And they lived happily ever after." And then the back of the book, which is of a crown. So that was Snow White. Next up is Pinocchio. This was Disney's second animated feature film. So it has Pinocchio in the front. So when you open it up, you have the wishing star, of course, that Geppetto wishes for Pinocchio to become a real boy. The pages are kind of simple. They have Jiminy Cricket, and then Geppetto and Pinocchio and Figaro and Cleo up in the corner. I haven't written in these books because they're just too pretty to kind of usage, but yeah. Here's the end. Pinocchio becomes a real boy. Everybody celebrates. So that was Pinocchio. Pinocchio's has these little latches on the end that you could either lock or unlock. So that's Pinocchio. Here's Cinderella with Cinderella's friends, the Bluebirds, and Jacques and Gus on the sides, and then of course the famous glass slipper. It has a lock, but it's not painful to get off, but it sometimes can be a pain. So this was my first Disney princess film of all. So of course it opens up with the opening. And then you have, and then on the pages you have mostly Cinderella and her slipper up in the corner of this side, and then you have Cinderella on the bottom down here. And then the ending, you have Cinderella and the prince living happily ever after. So that was Cinderella's book. It's always a pain to get these on. Next up is Sleeping Beauty. This one was my favorite princess story. I actually got to see Cinderella, Snow White, and Sleeping Beauty's books when I went to the Reagan Library for their Disney archives that they used to have. Sleeping Beauty's book was the biggest, which I was so surprised. I loved the bedazzled jewels around the whole exterior of the book. So you have the intro where it says, "In a faraway land, long ago, lived a king and his fair queen. Many years they have longed for a child, and finally their wish was granted. A daughter was born, and they called her Aurora. Yes, they named her after the dawn, for she filled their lives with sunshine." And then on the pages where you could write, you have Sleeping Beauty down here, my favorite Disney princess. And then towards the end of the book, you have Aurora and Philip living happily ever after. So that's Sleeping Beauty. This is Robin Hood's book. So in the front you have just mostly Robin Hood, and then the name of the chapters, and then a story about King Richard leaving for the Great Crusade. And then the next pages you mostly have the rooster and Robin Hood down here. And then on this side, you got Maid Marian and Robin Hood. And the rooster, of course. And then towards the end, you have Robin Hood and Maid Marian, who are free to be married. So that was Robin Hood. Here's Beauty and the Beast with the stained glass window of Belle and Adam, Prince Adam. So in the beginning, they just did close-ups of the stained. Well, here's the Enchantress. I love the intro with the stained glass windows, and then of course you have the Enchantress. You have the rose up here, and then some of the pages will tend to tell you like the prologue of the story. So like here's the Enchantress when she curses Prince Adam to become the Beast. And then another page somewhere here is when she placed a spell upon the castle. Like she put the curse upon the castle and everybody who lived in there. And then the final stained glass is somewhere here. You have the final stained glass is Belle and Prince Adam living happily ever after. You have two ways, I think it is, but yeah. And then, so that was the Beauty and the Beast book. My last one is from Enchanted, of course, with Amy Adams. So you have in the front part, you have Giselle looking at a statue she built of her true love, for her true love's first kiss. And then you have, mostly in the book, you have, well, the first page you got Giselle in a frame. And then on the other pages, you mostly have Giselle and Pip. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really small. And then you have Giselle over here. And then there's not much in the Enchanted book because mostly the first part is all in cartoon while the rest is all in live action. And then towards the end, you have the end and the stars. And then on this side, you have Giselle's house when she lived in Andalusia. So those are the Disney books. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to leave a comment down below and hit that big thumbs up so I'll get more followers like you guys. Thank you very much. The next time I'll see you is at Oogie Boogie Bash on Halloween night. See ya.